bem-vindos, amigo Gringo Responde. Na sexta-feira, hoje vai ser muito divertido. Vamos falar com o professor do Cambly, Pani, um dos nossos favoritos. Mas antes de ele responder as suas dúvidas, vou fazer um teste para ele. Será que ele sabe o que significa as suas expressões em português com nacionalidades? Tipo, molho em inglês, pão francês, corredor polonês, soco em inglês, essas coisas? Não são iguais em inglês. Vamos ver se ele consegue chutar. E depois vamos resolver algumas das suas dúvidas, tipo a diferença entre can e may. E o que significa a expressão through and through? Porque duas vezes through. E finalmente, disgusting. Porque soa como K quando a letra é G. Não é disgusting, é disgusting. Vamos perguntar para o Pani. Olha, hoje tem uma oferta especial do Cambly, que está patrocinando o canal, oferecendo esse vídeo para vocês. E isso é que Cambly está oferecendo 47% de desconto nos seus planos anuais. 47% de desconto só até o dia 19 de julho de 2019. Não sei quando você está assistindo esse vídeo. E para acessar essa oferta é só usar o link na descrição ou baixar o aplicativo de Cambly e usar o código que está aparecendo aqui. Essa oferta só dura até o dia 19. Se você não sabe ainda, se você quer um plano anual, muito fácil, entra lá e acesse seus 10 minutos de graça com um professor tipo o Pani. Você pode entrar lá com 10 minutos de graça, ver se você gosta e se você gosta, comprar o plano anual. Acho que é o momento de entrar na plataforma e entrar em contato com o Pani que está nos esperando. Vamos fazer isso, é muito fácil, pessoal. Eu só procurei ele na busca do Cambly e vou só conectar com ele agora. Meu computador está aqui. Vamos lá. Onde está o Pani?
Hey, Seth. How's it going?
Hey, Pani, great to see you again.
Yeah, you as well.
Thanks for being on.
Of course. Always my pleasure.
It's a big day, 47% off annual plans.
Can't get any better than that.
I hope that Cambly doesn't charge you that 47%. I know that they don't. Where are you now? I think the last time we spoke you were in England?
I was in the very southern bit, Cornwall, England, and now I am in Aberdeen, Scotland. So northeast Scotland.
Wow. So are you on vacation or have you moved?
Just nomadic lifestyle. So my wife and I have gone from all the way at the bottom of England and all the way to the top of Scotland, and then I'm going to Ireland next week, and then England again, and then Italy, and then moving eastward from there.
Okay, that's great. So when somebody calls into you for a lesson, they never know where they're going to find you.
They never know, and a lot of my regulars will ask, okay, where are you now? Because, they know I'm always changing. It's awesome.
But we should point out to everybody that you and I both have American accents because you are American. Okay, well, let's get right to the questions. Okay. We have a challenge for you, but that's going to be after the first question. Essa pergunta é da Gabriela Lessa, que perguntou, amigo gringo, eu tenho uma dúvida quanto à pronúncia da palavra disgusting. Sempre que ouço um nativo dizer essa palavra, esse G soa para mim como um C ou K, algo como disgusting. É isso mesmo ou meu ouvido está me enganando? Ok, disgusting. Is that a K in there?
Disgusting, I think because of the S, it sounds to us a bit more hard, a bit more like a K, but it's not disgusting. It's still disgusting. It's very similar to the word discuss or discussion. It has the same kind of sound to it.
But what you're saying is you don't want to go all out. You don't want to say disgusting.
Exactly. I honestly think it's somewhere in the middle. It's the same with the word disguise. Disguise, discuss, disgusting. It's like a something like that.
Disgusting. Yeah, okay. Very good. Let's move on to the challenge, which is actually several of our viewers sent this in when I did a video on the opposite, which was talking about phrases in English and what they actually mean. So these are phrases in Portuguese that don't have the same meaning in English, and I'm going to ask you to guess what they mean. Okay, the first one, do you speak some Spanish?
A little bit of Spanish, but mostly Italian.
Okay, so this one, I don't know, maybe it's in Italian too. Do you know what a Russian mountain means?
A Russian mountain. Would that be a very large man?
That's a good guess. No, I'll give you a hint. You can find it at an amusement park.
Okay. Wow. Is it a roller coaster?
Yes! Exactly.
Really? Interesting. Russian mountain. Okay.
Yeah.
Never heard that.
In Spanish and in Portuguese. So, yeah, I don't know why. Maybe the first people who made them were Russians?
Possibly. Or,
I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's good. All right. Let me hear the next one.
How about, well, this is sort of a tricky one. I want to describe what you think this is. French bread. How would you describe French bread?
French bread would be a very long and narrow loaf, like a baguette, for example.
Yes, that's what I would say too. And I think that that's not completely inaccurate, but when you're in Brazil, in many parts of Brazil, what a French bread is essentially a roll, sort of like a baguette-like roll, but like individual sized, almost like a sandwich roll.
Oh, okay. Like your typical sandwich roll for ham and cheese or something.
You're right. So they might have a ham and cheese sandwich on French bread. And to us, that would mean on a baguette. But to them, once again, just so people do not get mad at me, para que vocês não fiquem frustrados comigo, some parts of Brazil call that French bread.
Okay, interesting.
Okay, moving on. Oh, here's another French one. I had no idea what this meant. French hand.
French hand. Is it a hand that's just constantly smoking a cigarette or something?
Yes, very good guess. No, apparently this is a bracket, like a triangular shaped thing that holds up like either a shelf or a store awning or something like that.
Oh, like one of the ones that's crossed.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like a triangular thing that you'd put a shelf on top of.
Huh, a French hand.
Weird, right?
Yeah. Maybe is it a similar shape to the Eiffel Tower? The way that the frame is propped up.
You know what? I couldn't figure out where that comes from. I looked it up and I couldn't figure it out.
Wow, that's cool. Okay.
This is a great one. An English punch, like.
An English punch would be. Is it to the nose or something?
Well, I'll give you a hint. It is something you put on your hand to make a punch worse.
Ooh, is it brass knuckles?
Yes!
Oh.
Brass knuckles is the English punch.
Wow, okay.
It's cool. I think
I
you
want
got
to use that one.
You got two more here. Here's another English one. English sauce.
English sauce. Would that be curry?
That's a good guess. It's even more English than curry, because at least curry originally comes from India, right?
Yes. Gravy.
Well, that's another good guess.
Okay.
We actually we name this after a part of England in English, in American English.
Is it Worcester?
Worcestershire sauce. Exactly.
Yes.
So much easier to pronounce if you called it English sauce.
Yes. Well, actually, I was just speaking to my English friend today. She's from Worcester, and they in English they pronounce it Worcester. It's Worcester. Yeah, they do this a lot in England. They shorten a lot of words, like Lancashire is Lancastershire, but they say Lancashire, or there's a city called Leicester, but they just pronounce it Leicester. Exactly. Yeah.
Worcestershire sauce. It's very hard to pronounce in American English.
I do
Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah, it's so hard.
Todo mundo repita. Worcestershire sauce. I can't even do it. Dutch honeycomb.
That sounds wrong. But maybe. Oh, sorry.
I'll give you a hint. In English, we might call it Belgian honeycomb.
Wow. Is it like a waffle?
Yes!
Oh, okay.
It's a waffle.
Wow. Awesome.
Dutch honeycomb. And the final one, Polish corridor.
Whoa. Polish corridor. This might be really off, but a butcher shop?
It is actually running the gauntlet. Like when you have to run and get beat bumped from both sides.
Yes. Oh, a Polish corridor. I like that.
All right. Let's move on, because we got plenty other questions to do here. This is from Clayton Silva. que escreveu, amigo gringo, qual a diferença dos verbos can e may e de como usá-los? What's can and what's may? Sometimes I can use them the same way.
Yes, but I think the main difference is can is a possibility now, and may is a possibility in the future or asking permission to do something.
So give us some examples.
For example, I can go to the party. That means it is possible. I have the possibility now to go. I may go to the party means maybe I might go in the future. I might go in 2 hours, but I'm not sure.
Well, just to be clear, if I say I can go to the party, it still might be in 2 hours. But I'm saying right now, I know that I will go.
Yes, exactly. And I know that it is possible.
Right.
I may go to the party could mean I have a lot of homework to do, but I may go later. And that would be that big difference.
A great way to remember is maybe, like you said.
Yes.
Maybe I can go.
Yes,
I may
exactly.
go. But what about
Exactly.
permission? You mentioned permission.
Yes. So in English and in America, we are taught to say, may I have some more? May I use the bathroom? To say, can I use the bathroom? It's still used. Everybody says it, but it's not proper. It's not correct. I'm sure this happened to you as well growing up in school, in elementary school. If you ask the teacher, can I go to the bathroom? They would say, I don't know. Can you? Meaning, is it possible that you can use your body to go to the toilet?
Exactly.
And so they want you to say, may I go to the bathroom?
This
to
would be
more proper.
great if Brazilians could make this joke. Like, if you were in the United States and someone said, can I call you back in 5 minutes? And if you said, I don't know, can you? That would be very funny to hear a foreigner make that same joke.
Yes, it would. I think that's a good tip for all the Brazilians out there.
But just to be clear, I mean, can I, in terms of asking permission, is not incorrect. It's just less formal or less proper.
Yes, and I think your example brought up something to recognize. Can I call you back? That is much more used, much more common than say, may I call you back? I think it's just quicker, it's more colloquial, it's easier to use, so don't stress about it too much, I would say.
Great. Okay, and the last question today é Susana Oliveira que escreveu Seth. O que significa a expressão through and through na frase Alexia Sena is a French woman through and through. Abraço de Aracaju, Sergipe. Okay, so Susana, to be honest, I don't know who Alexia Sena is. But let's assume she's a French woman through and through. What does that mean?
That means completely, 100%. So if she is French through and through, that means she is absolutely 100% French. There's no doubt about it. She's not part English. She's not part German. Through and through, she's French.
Everything that you think of when you think of a French person, she does it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
she probably eats cheese at the end of every meal.
Yep, after dessert.
She may, well, I don't want to be stereotypical, but she may not always use deodorant, maybe. Oh my God, I have a French friend who's going to kill me for saying that. She's culturally really French.
Yes.
And why do you think that is? Why do we, because through means all the way. So,
exactly.
like, from top, it would be like from top to bottom.
Yes.
But we say through and through. Why would...
I think it's to emphasize how much of a distance going through is. So I am a Yankees fan through and through, meaning all the way. There is no doubt, all the way.
So that means you are a fan of the most horrible baseball team in America.
Oh my goodness, are you Red Sox fan?
Yes, I am a Red Sox fan.
Oh my goodness.
This is as if in Brazil you were a Flamengo soccer fan and I was a Fluminense soccer fan. Both very popular teams, but with a huge rivalry.
Okay.
And that's it. We're not talking anymore. But not because of that, but because we've gotten through all the questions. So, Pani, thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Seth.
Will you come back next month and do this again?
I'm already here.
right.
I'll be here. Absolutely. Yeah, let's do it.
See you later.
Alright, take care, Seth. Bye-bye.
Ok, espero que tenha gostado do vídeo, foi muito divertido. Se você se interessa nesse 47% de desconto no Cambly ou os 10 minutos de graça, é só usar o link na descrição. Voltamos na terça-feira com Amigo Gringo.